Buenos días. ¿Cómo estás? Hey guys. It's Kamaya. Today we are back with another book review. This week I really like this book that I read. It's cool. It's called The Fire Dwellers by Margaret Lawrence. Dun, 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 ding, 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 ding. It was published in 1971, so it's older. When I picked up the book, I was like, oh, this cover's dope. I'm getting it. And then, plus it's hardcover, and it was like super cheap. And then I started reading it, and I was kind of like, I just wasn't into it at first, just because I'm usually not into stories about like housewives. I am, a single woman living her life. So it just didn't really apply to me or relate to me at first. But then the more I read it, the more like interested I got into it. It's about a woman named Stacey. She is a housewife. She is a mother of four. Too many kids, by the way. Too many kids. Okay? If you don't like that statement, I don't care. Because I'm sorry. If you're not on a farm, you should not have more than 3 children. And that's pushing it. 3 children is pushing it. But I could not imagine myself ever giving birth 4 times. And people give birth that many times and then get surprised when their body changes. People get surprised when their body changes after 1 child. You made a person. How? Just like, you really think your body's going to be the same? Hello? Quit complaining. I just don't understand it. I don't understand the logic. But anyway, that's not what we're here for. So yeah, she's got her husband, her 4 kids, and it's basically just going into like her mind, the things that she thinks about when she goes through her daily life and stuff. A lot of things are quote unquote bad, what she thinks about, and you can clearly tell a lot of things that she contemplates are kind of a reaction to being kind of cooped up, not having a job, having to just be around the kids. And then, the kids don't really want to mess with her like that. Because you know how kids are. Like, kids are douchebags sometimes. So they don't really want to deal with you sometimes. And then her husband is extremely neglectful. And it frustrates me to no end in this book how neglectful he is. Because she'll be like, how's your day? He'd be like, what? You know what I mean? And you're just like, what happened? Like, you know what I mean? Like, she didn't do anything to deserve that. And you just be like, Stacey, don't start. And she's just like, I just asked if you want some syrup. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's borderline, to me, kind of like abusive. Just because he treats her like that. And then, when he, wants his time with her, then he just gets it over quickly, doesn't care about what she wants, and like chokes her the whole time. And it seems like a very unhappy choking. Judging by the writing, doesn't seem very happy about it. So can't stand him. Oh, and when he needs her the most, she's there. Okay? She's there for him. And he's ungrateful for it, of course. But then also, like, I mean, she's got kind of like her own little quirks too. Like when he took her out to like a social event, she did kind of get drunk. And for him, he felt like she was acting a fool. But it's kind of like, she's cooped up all the time. Of course, she's going to drink a little more than she should, have a little more fun she should, say a couple crazy things. Like, that's just a part of life. Like, don't berate her for friggin' trying to live her life. You know what I mean? Like, she never gets to be around adults. She just has to be around these kids all day. So, I mean, she needs a second, And then, like, she does go off, like, her behavior does increase into a little more of a radical behavior where she does, like, cheat and stuff. And here's what I have to say about it. And this is not going to be a popular opinion, but in that day and age, back in the 60s, it was a lot harder for women to kind of make it on their own. Wage gaps were massive, way worse than they are now. Like, we still have a wage gap, but not as bad. Like, I surviving on my own. But it's, it's a lot harder and stuff back then. And then, she's got all those kids that she didn't need to have in the first place. So, she obviously can't leave. Where's she gonna go? You know what I mean? So it's almost not her fault because I feel like Mac pushed her in that direction to cheat and stuff. Like, he sucks. And she just wanted someone to, listen to her, have a conversation with her. Like, care about what she has to think and say, like, you know what I mean, how she feels. So I absolutely don't blame her. I was like, yes, honey, queen, go. It was kind of until the guy was like, oh, you should run away with me. But I was like, because even though she has too many kids, if you have kids at all, you got to take care of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying. You got to take care of those little things. You know, you had them. You can't abandon them. I don't believe in that. So, you know, that was the only part where I was kind of just like, but you know, it's definitely worth a read. I think, in my humble opinion, it's about 280 pages, so it's not bad. And you know, you really just get a nice in-depth look, and you just can't help but feel bad, even though she's doing things that, you know, she shouldn't do. I think, you know, I mean, the cheating these days and age, there's this day and age, there's really no need to, but you know, back then, I mean, just the thought of being contractually obligated to one person, aka married to one person, and not having the ability to go make money, make enough money to support myself, make enough money to support my kids and stuff, and I have to stay there. Yes, I'm going to cheat. Okay? I'm not sorry. I'm going to cheat on you. Okay? Because that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, you can't just treat people however you want. Like, it's not her fault almost that, you know. Now, if it were this day and age, it would absolutely be her fault, because things have really advanced for women these days. First of all, contraceptive's a lot easier to get, so she probably wouldn't have those 4 kids. Second, you know, she'll be able to make money and support herself. You know, it could be a great life. It could be, you know, a little bit more of a meager, you know, earnings, but she'd be able to do it. So these days and age, I probably wouldn't say cheat. I mean, cheating happens. It just kind of is what it is, you know? It just is what it is. And it's kind of like, it's not great, but, you know, it happens. And I don't know. But to stay in it, I don't think you need to do that. I think if you feel like you need to cheat, then you need to leave. You know what I mean? That relationship doesn't need to exist anymore, because cheaters don't change. I'm sorry, they may change for like a short period of time, but not permanently. And that's just the way life is. It just is. And stuff. And you can either accept it and stay with that person, which is cool. That's your prerogative. Or you can, you know, de-up and find someone who's a little bit more on, you know, your same page. So that's my lesson on cheating. I've already said what I said about, you know, having too many dang kids. Because, you know, I mean, really, first kid, everyone cares about that kid, because that's your first kid. Second kid, everyone's kind of like, no offense, Kyle. Third kid, nobody cares about that kid. No one. And then after that, no. Unless your kids are coming over to do my dishes, don't bring your children over my house. Don't bring 4 of your kids over to my house, first of all. Second of all, I'm going to let you leave home with some of my birth control, because obviously you don't know how to use it. Third, don't complain about not having money because your dumb self wanted to have a gazillion kids. 4, like I said, I just can't do that to my body. 4 different kids. If you had like 2 sets of twins, then that's like, okay, that's not your fault. Like, you couldn't predict that. But like, you have 4 individual kids. And hers were ranging from ages like 2 to 11. So I'm just like, I think not. No. Okay. Well, that's it. That's it for my book review today. We'll have another one next week. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. See you guys later.